When you're scrolling through endless home gym options, it's easy to feel stuck between, I need something that covers every muscle group, and I don't want to spend a fortune on a piece that will sit unused. That tug-of-war is what made me pause before looking at the XGSW multifunction home gym workout station. I wanted to know whether the hype around an all-in-one steel frame actually translates into a daily routine that fits in a typical garage or spare room, without turning the space into a permanent obstacle course. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the biggest hesitation most buyers have is space. The XGSW station measures roughly the size of a small treadmill, but because it folds the pulley system and leg trainer into a single vertical column, the footprint stays relatively compact. In my own apartment, I was able to slide the unit against a wall, keep the door clear, and still have room for a yoga mat. The real test, though, is how often you'll actually use that space. If you're the kind of person who does a quick 3-day-a-week routine, the ability to shift from chest presses to seated rows without rearranging equipment is a genuine time saver. If you're looking to replace a full rack of free weights and a separate cable machine, you'll notice the missing heavy plates and barbell options, which means certain strength training goals like maxing out a deadlift will still need a different setup. What I found most useful was the Pulley system's counterweight. The 154-pound counterweight provides a smooth, consistent resistance that doesn't feel dead at the end of a set. When I did a superset of lat pull-downs followed immediately by low-row cable pulls, the transition was seamless. I didn't have to readjust plates or worry about the weight stack slipping. That reliability matters because many home gym users complain about cable slippage after a few weeks of use. The commercial-grade steel frame feels solid enough that the whole unit doesn't wobble even when you're doing a leg press with both feet flat on the platform. In real life, that translates to fewer interruptions, no need to constantly tighten bolts or brace the equipment against a wall. Installation is another point that separates wishful thinking from actual usability. The package arrives in a single cardboard box with foam padding, and the manual walks you through each step with clear diagrams. I managed to get the entire station up in under 2 hours, which is impressive for a piece that includes a pulley, arm trainer, and leg trainer. The downside is that you'll need a basic set of tools, an adjustable wrench, and a screwdriver that most people have lying around, but you won't need a power drill or extra hardware. If you're hoping for a plug-and-play experience, be prepared for a short assembly session. Now, let's talk about who will actually get their money's worth. If you're a busy professional who can only carve out 3,045 minutes a day, the XGSW's ability to let you hit multiple muscle groups in a single session is a major win. You can start with a chest press, swing into a seated leg curl, finish with a standing biceps curl all without walking across the room. For families, the station also doubles as a shared space. Kids can use the arm trainer for lighter resistance while adults work on the leg press. The built-in safety stops on the pulley make it easy to adjust weight quickly for different users. Conversely, the station isn't the best fit for serious powerlifters or athletes who rely heavily on free weight movements. The lack of a true barbell and the limited range of motion on the leg trainer mean you won't be able to replicate a squat or deadlift with the same biomechanical fidelity you'd get from a dedicated rack. If your primary goal is to build maximal strength in those lifts, you'll probably end up supplementing this machine with additional equipment, which could negate the space-saving advantage. Practical strengths show up in everyday workouts. The arm trainer's adjustable grips allow you to switch from a close-hand triceps push-down to a wide-hand overhead extension without swapping attachments. In my routine, that meant I could finish a chest day with a triceps finisher in under 5 minutes, keeping the heart rate up and the session efficient. The leg trainer's sliding platform feels stable enough for single-leg hamstring curls, which are often tricky on cheaper home gym setups. Because the platform moves along a guided rail, there's less chance of it drifting sideways, so you can focus on form rather than balancing the equipment. Weaknesses are subtle but worth noting. The pulley cables, while sturdy, are covered in a plastic sheath that can wear after a year of heavy use. I noticed a slight fraying at the point where the cable exits the pulley housing after a few months, which didn't affect performance yet, but it's something to keep an eye on. Also, the leg trainer's footplate has a limited range of motion, about 12 inches of travel, so taller users might feel constrained when doing deep lunges or full-range leg extensions.